To its right is a soccer stadium pitched, and right in between is our venue. Small rink for the capacity for 7,000 fans, and it's going to be our arena for the night. It's Shaiba Arena, and we're here for the consolation round games. We're going to kick off the day with the 7th-place game between Davos from Switzerland and U20-Trinec representing the Czech Republic. Later on tonight at 7 o'clock, there's going to be a 5th-place game between Team NAHL of the United States of America representing North American Hockey League going up against Modo from Sweden. But we'll get to that later on. As for this game, Davos will be wearing the yellow jerseys, and Florian Haller gets his first start at the tournament, as already came into the game in the last game of round robin for Davos, the one they lost to Team AJHL 7-0. Davos have struggled offensively in the tournament, and as of now, after 3 games, they have scored just 1 goal, and it was scored by Denis Rubanik, who was put on the first defensive pairing for this game, wearing number 34. Patrik Svančara played last night, less than 24 hours ago, as Trinec pulled off a small miracle, defeating Team NAHL and not letting them go to the semi-final round because of that loss. Much to the joy of Red Bull Salzburg, who went to face Loko Yaroslavl on goal differential. Marek Gavronik was one of the goal scorers last night for Trinec. This is the 3rd consecutive year that these teams go up against each other at the tournament. It all started back in 2017 when Davos went up against U20-Trinec in the quarterfinal game. And U20-Trinec won that game 6-5 in the shootout. It was a very exciting game of hockey, and we certainly hope to history repeat itself this afternoon as well. And then last year they also went up against each other, but it was in round robin, and U20-Trinec defeated Davos 3-2 in overtime. And there are a lot of returnees, at least for Trinec, and quite a few of them are on the bus as well in this game. For example, Jan Kalos and Dan Przybylä scored a goal each in last year's game, and they're back on the ice for Trinec in this one. As a matter of fact, they play on their top offensive line. So in the past 2 years, the team have already met and played 2 games, and neither of those 2 games finished in regulation. So we might have to go the extra mile in this one as well. As I already mentioned, Davos really struggled in round robin, scoring just 1 goal in their first game at the tournament, the one they lost in the shootout to Modo from Sweden, 2-1. And then they were shut out by Loko Yaroslavl, the defending champions, 4-0 in their second game. And in their last round robin game, they lost to Canadian team AJHL, representing Alberta, 7-0. Because of that win, Team AJHL clinched the 2nd semifinal spot available in Group A. As for Trinec, they looked decent in their first game against Red Bull Salzburg, but then Stepan Šveglec, their starting goaltender, got banged up on the play and had to be replaced by Radek Ochman. Everything went downhill for Trinec, and they ended up losing the game to Red Bull 6-1. Trinec surprised many in their next game as they faced a really strong Karpat team, reigning champions of Finland. And Trinec put up a really good fight, having a 3-2 lead at one point of the game, but still ended up losing the game 6-3. And as I already mentioned, they have beaten Team NAHL after that for the only win of the round robin. My name is Andreas Sachenka. I have the pleasure of having this call for you this afternoon. I'll be also here for the 7 o'clock game as we get in a look at Michal Reason, who played a dozen of games in the NHL for the Edmonton Oilers. Spent it 3 times with the Hamilton Bulldogs. Across the ice or across the bench rather, from him is Jerzy Jurek. He's the head coach of Trinec. This gentleman right here. And his assistant coach is no other but Marek Malik, former NHLer who competed for the Vancouver Canucks and obviously the New York Rangers. You might remember him by that shootout goal he scored back in November of 2005, almost 14 years ago. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was a shootout between the Washington Capitals and Malik's New York Rangers, and it went on for 15 rounds, and it was Malik who scored the winner with a gorgeous move. And if you haven't seen it, I strongly advise you YouTubing it. That was a thing of beauty. Malik's son also plays for Trinec. He's actually their starting goaltender in national championship, but he did not make it to the tournament, and it's going to be Patrick Schwanchera between the pipes for the Czechs again. He was lights out in his first game at the tournament last night. Stopping quite a few shots that went his way and allowed only 2 goals late in the third. Looks like we're all good to go here in Sochi. Your referees for this game are Vladislav Barulin and Richard Magnuson, and they'll be helped out by linesmen Ivan Vereshchagin and Yegor Zherebkin. And we're off. Trinec struggle to break out from the defensive zone as Davos put it through the slot, but there's no one there to tap it home. But Patrick Schwanchera, the 17-year-old. Kalos has the puck for Trinec, passed it to Mihalik. Mihalik scored the game-winning goal from the high slot on Americans last night. Again, that was a 7 o'clock game, so unlike Davos, who had a day to rest, the Czech team had less than 24 hours to reset, regroup, and go back out there. So that's definitely one advantage that Davos have over the Czech side. One other thing they're probably going to be better at than the Czechs is the face-offs. Davos have been surprisingly good at this component of the game throughout the tournament, even against traditionally good at that component Canadian team. And there you have it again as Davos win the face-off in the offensive territory, and Baron Dune taking the shot from the high slot. Rebound, they still battling for it, and only now Schwanchera covers up the puck to cause the stoppage play. Davos have been shut out for 6 consecutive periods now. Also 1 overtime period, a 5-minute overtime, and the shootout, because Davos haven't scored a single goal on their 5 shootout attempts in the game against Modo. They certainly hope to change that this afternoon. Trinec getting in the zone and taking a weak shot from the high slot. It goes wide of the net. And now Davos will try to break out from the defensive end as Trinec sent 3 men on the forecheck, and now Maxim Mastic tries to take a quick shot off the wall. The 16-year-old who scored the 2nd goal for Trinec last night. And now it's Matei almost intercepting the puck from Lutz, but Lutz is able to put it up the left wing, and it's going to be Krajak who will battle for it as he skates into the corner against Luti. Luti still has it in his handle, passing it to the corner. It's intercepted now, and Trinec bang it off the glass to put it into the neutral zone. And now it's Gadel battling for it and going hard into the corner, losing the puck, and now Davos will break out and skate into the neutral zone. They will carry it into the offensive end and will lose the puck there as Shulak gets his handle on it. Now Pandor playing to Smell, back to Pandor, shooting it. Was actually Ramik wearing number 47, not 41 as I initially thought. And that shot goes wide as well. Now Davos trying to clear it from their slot. They're successful at that as they're playing it to Brodman, who plays it into the offensive territory. And it's Glarner who will battle for it with Shulak and Konechny. Now Smel joins him in there in the corner for the battle. Konechny tries to bang it off the wall and to put it into the neutral zone. Unable to do that. Scoring chance developing for Davos. As Hammerer plays the puck back to the point. Hammerer now back in the corner battling for it. Hammerer setting up his teammate in the high slot, and he goes for a shot, and it's blocked furiously. The one of Czech players, and now Davos will skate back into the defensive zone, going D to D in the defensive end. Changing on the fly. Ritzman with the puck. He skates down the right wing with a beautiful move. Tried to get past his second defenseman and losing the puck. Now Davos have control of it in the neutral zone. It's a bit unusual to see Davos having the puck in possession for such a long time. It hasn't been an easy tournament for the Swiss team, that's for sure, as they go offside on this play. And we'll get a neutral zone face-off. Dennis Rubanik, wearing number 34 for the team in yellow, has the only goal for Davos at the tournament, as he skated around the net and put the puck to the slot and hit one of Swedish defensemen in the blue paint, and the puck ever so barely crossed the goal line behind Lukas Jakbring. Trinec in the defensive territory, playing the puck up the right wing. Now they battle for it. And they will skate it out as Vakula put it into the neutral zone. Forced defensive pairing player. Now Pandor giving it to Mituhovic. Mituhovic struggles to start up the rush. And now Davos established control of the puck in the offensive territory, and now he goes the other way. Dan Przybilla has it on his handle. He's got speed and passing it to the slot. Actually, it was Pastor wearing number 20. And only now it's the first line that steps on the ice for the Czechs. And Trinec will commence the rush as Jan Kalas tried to feed his teammate. Gavronik at the far blue line, unable to do that. And Davos are back in the offensive territory as they give up possession, and Captain Adamek plays it to Mihalik. Mihalik playing it up the wing to Kalas. Kalas can't get it under control. Now he does and puts it into the neutral zone. Davos tried to shoot it back out. It's back with Kalas. Kalas curls away from the opposition, playing it back to his defenseman. That's Adamek, team captain. Adamek up the left wing. It's touched up, and there's not going to be icing. Haller comes out to play it. Now Trinec aggressive on the forecheck, trying to pass it to Geidel. Was Mastic. And now it's Matei battling for the puck in the corner. Davos struggling defensively as Trinec trying to make something happen next to Haller's goal. They almost give up possession, but keep the puck in the offensive zone. And now Davos intercept the pass and will try to break out. Gaining speed is Barrington, who was born in Ukraine but has Swiss citizenship. And now Matei to the left wing, back to Matei. It's going to be played by Krajak instead. Krajak to Matei. Matei struggles at the half wall, and the puck is intercepted now. And now it's Davos who taking the shot from the high slot, and it was blocked as Trinec put it back into the neutral zone. And it's Konechny who battles for it there, as Trinec are changing on the fly, and Davos will do the same as they dump the puck in, and Krajak plays it to his teammate. They try to put it through the middle of the ice. It's intercepted again by Ritzman. Ritzman skates into the zone, wearing number 31. Ritzman shielding the puck, circling around the net, setting up his teammate at the point. They go cross ice with it, a one-timer, and it's blocked by Konechny, who will play it to the right wing. And it's Smel who gains the zone. Smel to Ramik. Ramik shoots. Bad save is made by Haller. And we still have a zip-zip situation on the scoreboard. Now it's Smel banging it off the wall to his teammate in the defensive territory. Smel tries to put it into the neutral zone, and it does, but they don't have control of it anymore, as Ivan Altuchev, a Russian-born player on the Swiss team with Austrian passport, gives up possession to his defensive end. Now Flander picks it up at the left wall. He's pinned to the wall now, and Davos will try to break out. It's intercepted by Vakula. Vakula trying to skate into the shooting area, trying to get a shot away, losing the puck, and now Davos putting up the left wing to defuse the situation. Trinec have it back under control, and they give it up in the neutral zone. Davos skating over the blue line. They send it around the boards into the far corner. Mikohovic will try to play it, and Natsalazri are able to put the puck into the neutral zone. We've had 4 minutes of continuous action here in Sochi. It's been going well, not a lot of scoring chances, but some good movement early in the game by both sides. As Trinec regain possession in the neutral zone. Kalos skating past his defenseman and getting banged into. Losing possession. And now Davos will overskate it into the zone, and that causes the stoppage of play. Offside is called on the Swiss as we get in our first commercial break in this one. Not a bad play at all by Trinec to give the puck to Ramik and set him in on a partial breakaway. Ramik held his head up and failed to elevate the puck over their pad of Haller. Pretty nice save by Haller, who came into the tournament as Davos's backup goaltender. It was Marvin Corten who played almost every minute of the tournament for Davos. Haller came into the game against Team ADHL late in the third and allowed a couple of goals. Michel Reason is furious early on. He hasn't been very vocal at the tournament, and all seem to have that concerned look on his face. Not a lot of things went right for his team, and they're still looking for their first goal since Saturday, believe it or not. Puck ends up at Trinec's bench, and that's the reason for the stoppage of play. As I already mentioned, this is the third consecutive year that we see Trinec go up against Davos at Junior Club World Cup. And who doesn't remember a very exciting 6-5 shootout win by Natsalazri 2 years ago? It was one of their most exciting games probably in the history of the tournament. It's been going well so far this afternoon in Sochi as Dan Przybula takes a shot from the right wing. It gets blocked, and Davos are able to clear it to the neutral zone. Dan Przybula gaining speed in the neutral zone, trying to dangle past his defenseman and giving up possession now. Davos will start the offensive rush from deep in the defensive end. Glarner puts the puck in the offensive zone. He will race after it. Glarner playing it back to the point. Try to give it back to Glarner, and Glarner gets his stick on the puck behind the net. Voss still in possession in the offensive zone. Glarner has the puck, looking for a cross-ice pass, goes for it, and it was slightly touched up by Gadel. But the Voss are able to keep the puck in the offensive territory. They have spent over 20 seconds in there now. Trinec playing the puck to Krzyzak. Krzyzak with a stretch pass to the blue line to Mastic. Mastic almost gained the zone with possession. But now it's Ritzman who has it in the neutral zone, battling for it right at the red line with Matei. And Trinec are able to put the puck in the offensive zone, and Gadel is the only forechecker for the Czech side there. Gadel, as he was gliding to the bench, almost intercepted the puck. Now Ivan Altukhov tried to deke out his opponent to get to the slot, but he gave up possession, and easy stop for Patrick Schwanchera, who, as I mentioned, has been really good at this tournament yet. Certainly providing his team with a few huge saves. last night in the game against Team NHL. Finishing the night with 33 saves. Sirius win the puck over in the defensive territory as Davos tried to play some physical hockey. Otsilari dumping the puck in. And it's Grieger, the defenseman, who has it, playing it to another defenseman. Shulak, redirection by Konechny on that point shot by Shulak, and it goes wide of the net. Konechny receives the puck, skates to the slot, backhand shot, and a bad save is made by Haller. Still a tie game here in Sochi. As Davos with the speed going into the neutral zone and losing possession now as Ramik puts it into the offensive territory for Otsilari. Davos with an unlucky bounce of the puck, but still in possession, playing it up the right wing for Lutz. Lutz on the forecheck. Battling with Mituhovic. And they still battle for it in the corner. And now with a scoring chance, Davos skating to the net. Was Canova, the captain, and just unable to bury it by Schwanchera. Is now Trashinets have the puck at the round blue line. It's Mituhovic, who's back in action after missing the game against Team NHL, and the puck goes out of play, causing a stoppage of play. We're halfway through the first period in the 7th place game of the 2019 Junior Club World Cup. And so far we have no scoring. As we're getting another look at Yannick Canova shielding the puck and skating to the slot, trying to backhand it past Schwanchera and missing the net wide. Otsilari with the neutral zone face-up win, giving the puck to Marek Gavronik, who shoots it and goes wide of the net. Kalos plays it back to Gavronik. Gavronik playing it to Mihalik. The puck stays in the offensive territory, indicates the linesman. As Otsilari tried to work it around the perimeter of the offensive zone. Davos trying to clear it out. Mihalik keeps it in, plays it to Porzibala. Porzibala to Gavronik. Gavronik with a centering pass, and it's intercepted by Haller, who will hold on. And Trashinets will get an offensive zone face-off following the stoppage of play. Florian Haller wearing 20 between the pipes for Davos. Is the 17-year-old Netmeyer, who is making his debut for the club's under-20 team. Spent last season with Davos's under-17 team, posting a 2.89 goals against average. And this is Marek Malik, assistant coach for the Czech team. Mentioned him earlier in the broadcast, former New York Ranger and Vancouver Canuck. Showed a quite successful career back in his day. Now the 44-year-old assistant coach. Malik played in at all of 691 NHL games, scoring 168 points. Sirius put the puck in the neutral zone for Matej. Matej with no speed, but maintains possession. Now playing it up the right wing to Gadel. Gadel tries to play it back to Janacek. Can't find him there, and now Davos with a stretch pass, which could have led to a breakaway, but nice defensive play by Trashinets, who put the puck in the offensive zone now, down the left wing, and they will battle for it at the boards. It's Matej who loses the battle. And Davos are able to chip it back into the neutral zone. Trashinets playing it up the left wing with a nice pass to Ramik. Ramik tries to feed Schmel in the slot, and it does, and it almost goes past Haller, who has to make a huge save. Sirius coming really close on opening up the score in this one. as Davos give up possession badly behind their net. And now Trinec. It's Konechny who has it at the right wing, looking for a passing lane. Konechny still with the puck at the half wall at the right wing. He's getting to the point. Konechny setting up his teammate for a one-timer. And Haller makes a nice save as the puck almost bounced back into the net off the glass. And the call on the ice is that it was played by a high stick. Getting a look at Leo, the mascot, and my colleagues. Kirill Kornilov has the call with Artyom Bashko for Russian broadcast. And we get another stoppage of play. This is the best performance by Davos, I wager to say, that we've seen at the tournament so far, and this is their last game at the tournament, so doesn't come as a big surprise. We're taking another look at the mascot, who's right behind Artyom Bashko and Kirill Kornilov, who call this game in Russian. Trinec intercepting the puck in the offensive zone, taking a shot now from the high slot was Plander, and it goes wide of the net. It was partially blocked by Otsalarje. Now put it back into the offensive territory, but the play will be called offside if they touch up the puck, so they skate back into the neutral zone, leaving a lot of open ice for Davos. Davos, now they're in over the blue line, setting up their offense, working their way around the perimeter, getting the puck to Mizani. Mizani shields it against Mihalik. That's not an easy job to do. Mizani still with the puck, trying to play it to the point, and it does. A point shot goes after it, and Shvanchara up for the task now. Mizani trying to take a shot from the left face-off circle, setting up at the point, and a glove save made by Shvanchara, who keeps it in play. Mihalik to the middle of the ice. Plander shoots it into the offensive territory, right in the corner. It sits at the boards now as it's played by Heinen, who's playing at his third Junior Club World Cup, as he plays it up to Luzi. Luzi wearing 33 in the corner for Davos as we're approaching the 15-minute mark of the period. Still no scoring between Trinec and Davos. Now Marek Gavronik to the middle of the ice to Dan Przybilla, who comes to the zone, into the zone with the speed, gets the return pass, shoots it with the backhand, straight at Haller. And there's going to be another offensive zone face-off for Trinec, but keep in mind that Davos are one of the best teams, if not the best, remarkably, at the tournament when it comes to face-offs. It's definitely one of the advantages that the team has over Trinec this afternoon. The game has been going well, some fast-pass hockey and a couple of scoring chances at both ends of the ice. Now Wojtek Szulak gets the puck at the point, tries to play it up to his forward, and it was intercepted as Davos shoot the puck all the way to the other end of the ice, 200 feet. And it's going to be icing called on the play as we're getting some. Had two players who have, I think it's Janacek, who has Brodman in a headlock, as both players raced for the puck on this icing call. Haven't seen a single penalty in the opening period of play yet. This could lead to a couple of offsetting minors, perhaps for roughing, if the refs really wanted to make it happen. It's completely up to them to either make or not make the call, and they don't make the call. So it's going to be Jan Kalos spinning away from his opponent, giving the puck to Wojtek Szulak. Szulak to the left wing. Saucer pass attempt across the ice, and he finds Kalos with it. Kalos was also at his third Junior Club World Cup. Szulak now put into the middle of the ice for Dan Przybilla to take a shot, and it's blocked and goes over the net. Kalos tried to outsmart his opponent. And he wasn't able to do that as Davos put the puck down the ice again. And it's going to be another icing call against the Swiss team, as there's even less than 4 minutes now remaining on the clock. And Trinec seem to be getting the momentum on their side, especially with these two consecutive icing calls against Davos. Mastic wins the faceoff in the offensive end. Playing to Matej. Matej gets the return pass, shoots it, and it goes off the goalpost. That was the most dangerous scoring chance of the period, as Matej hit the goalpost on the far side, trying to beat Haller on the stick side, just banging it against the iron. Trinec are aggressive on the forecheck and almost causing a turn, and now they do, and Matej will take another shot. This time it's blocked, but Matej now centering pass in front of the net to Gadel, who takes the shot, and it was partially blocked and goes over the net, stays in play though. And now it's Maxim Mastic who joins Gadel in the corner to battle for the puck. They will lose the battle. Now it's Davos who played into the offensive zone, taking the shot from there was Lorenzo Glarner. Shot it straight at Patrick Schwanchera, who held on to the puck, and now we have some pushing and shoving, and two players on the ice once again. They might be only the 7th place game, but I promise you, neither of these teams want to finish dead last at the tournament. That's definitely not something either Trinec or Davos came to the tournament for. Davos have already played for the 7th place game. It happened last year, as Davos faced Kunlun Red Star Heilongjiang, a team that represented China at the tournament. And Davos walked away with a 5-2 win. As for Atsalarja Trinec, last year they played for the 5th place. They were up against a Finnish team, Jokerit, and they lost it by a blowout 7-1. Atsalarja skating into the offensive territory with it. It was Tsmel who gave up possession, and now it's a 2-2 developing for Davos. Altukov backhand pass, and a shot taken by Kandemir, but a better save was made by Schwanchera. And we still have no scoring as Atsalarja put the puck into the offensive territory. Now Ramik will battle for it, as Davos are trying to break out from the defensive territory, giving up possession. Atsalarja chip it back in and go for the line change. Davos attempting a stretch pass, but whiffing on it. And now they're forced to give up possession, and Atsalarja will commence their offensive with another dump in. Final 2 minutes of play in the period now, as Atsalarja win the puck over in the offensive zone, trying to set up someone at the point, but Shulak was still stuck in the neutral zone, and Atsalarja had to dump the puck in. Now Davos on the breakout. They have it in the neutral zone and trying to get it down the ice, down the left wing. Atsalarja intercepting and play it up the left wing themselves. Davos with a quick interception. And as possession changes hands a couple of times in a matter of seconds, we finally have Davos skating through center ice. It's Heim, Alan Heim, who tried to center it for his teammate and was intercepted by Atsalarja, who have their top line out there, and it's Jan Carlos who dumps it in as he faces 5 opponents. Now Dan Brazibila tries to force a turnover. Carlos delivers a hit at the left wing. Davos through the middle of the ice to Glarner, who gives up possession. And it's Atsalarja playing it up the right wing to Marek Gavronik. Gavronik shields the puck, skates behind the net, looks for a passing lane, can't find one, so he just circles around the offensive zone, and I think the puck left the offensive end. The puck ends up in the net following the stoppage of play, but it's not going to count, obviously. Marek Gavronik couldn't keep it in the offensive zone for Otsaladze. So we'll go back into the neutral zone to take this face-off. Puck goes in off Lorenzo Glarner as Jan Kallis put it to the slot. But that happened a few seconds after the whistle had been blown. Davos trying to get the puck under control on the defensive end, but it's intercepted by then Przybilla. Przybilla tries to shield the puck and skate to the hash marks, gives up possession. Now Gavronik setting up Kallis, who shoots it, trying to beat Haller on the stick side and goes wide of the net. Davos still struggling on the breakout, and only now they will skate through center ice with it as Altukhov tried to put it into the offensive territory and whiffed on the shot, and now it's Mihalik who gains the zone and gives up the puck, and the horn goes off. And after 20 minutes of play in the 7th place game between Davos and Otsaladze-Trinec, we have no scoring, but some pretty good hockey this afternoon in Sochi, and we definitely hope it's not going to cool down in the following 40 minutes of play. Perhaps we're going to watch even more hockey than that today, because remember, keep in mind that Davos and Trinec already played against each other in the 2 previous years, and both games went the extra mile, one ended in the shootout, the other in overtime. So once again, it's nothing between the 2 teams, Davos and Otsaladze-Trinec. After the opening 20 minutes of play, we'll be back in 17 minutes with more action. Don't go anywhere, and I'll hope to see you back soon.
Возрастной категории не старше 11 лет. Апрель 2020 года. Сочи. Дворец спорта «Большой» и ледовый дворец «Айсберг».
Ну а прямо сейчас нас ждет традиционное соревнование на точность бросков. У нас есть два участника, давайте их поприветствуем. Это Василий и Дмитрий. Именно они будут выяснять, кто из них лучше и точнее бросает шайбы в ворота. Задача участников абсолютно проста. У них есть 3 попытки, у них есть 3 шайбы, 3 позиции на красной линии, на синей линии и на точке вбрасывания. Начинаем мы с красной линии. Бросаем по очереди, не торопимся. Главное попасть, главное забить и главное выиграть. Итак, участники готовы. Шайбы на позициях. Давайте начнем с Василия. Итак, Василий готов? 3, 2, 1. Поехали! Итак, бросок Василия. Очень неплохой бросок, но, к сожалению, мимо. Чем отметит Дмитрий? Дмитрий, ваш черед. Бросок Дмитрия и снова близко, но не точно. Переходим к следующей позиции. Счет 0-0. У нас ничья. Еще по 2 броска у каждого участника. Синяя линия. Василий, действуем. Итак. Давай. Ты в ворота целишься или влево? У нас не попадает по воротам, значит ничья, но у Дмитрия бросок в запасе. Итак, бросок Дмитрия. Не точно, снова не точно, а значит, что счет остается 0-0, счет ничейный. И по одному броску еще имеют в запасе наши участники. Итак, Василий, ворота вот, нужно попасть. Итак, бросок Василия, ворота. Точно, счет становится 1-0. Дмитрий, все в ваших руках, либо счет ничейный, либо побеждает. Не обходится ни один матч. Талисман турнира Лео!
Кубок «Газпром» нефти. Международный детский хоккейный турнир возрастной категории не старше 11 лет. Апрель 2020 года. Сочи. Дворец спорта «Большой» и Ледовый дворец «Айсберг».
Это не просто игра. Это проверка силы, характера, мужества. Мы знаем, на что мы способны и готовы за это бороться. Рука об руку, плечом к плечу. Создавать историю. Историю побед.
Кубок «Газпром» нефти. Международный детский хоккейный турнир возрастной категории не старше 11 лет.
Welcome back to Sochi, where it's world-famous Pebble Beaches at the Black Sea. But let's step inside to Shaiba Arena, where seventh-place action takes place. It's the consolation round of the 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup. And we're having fun out here, as you can see, especially our mascot, Leo, who's behind Artem Bashko and Kirill Kornilov, who are calling this game on Russian television, obviously in Russian. My name is Andrea Sachenko, and I'm calling this game for you in English. We have no scoring after 20 minutes of play. It's Trashinets representing the Czech Republic, going up against Davos for the third consecutive year here at the tournament. Trashinets are out shooting the opposition 11-5 after 20 minutes of play, but their best scoring chance is not reflected at the statistics, as it was Matej wearing number 42 who hit the goalpost on one occasion. So that's not going to count as a shot on net, but I'm informing you that it did take place, and we're underway in the second period here. Trashinets are wearing red and Davos are in yellow. Let's see if we can find scoring in the second period, as Davos put the puck into the offensive territory and sent two men out there doing a forecheck, and now they keep the puck in the offensive and playing it to Ivan Altukhov. Altukhov, who wears 5 on his back. Center it, but was no one there, and it's intercepted and now goes the other way, except that Trashinets give up possession. Now it's Altukhov who gains the zone, leaves it to Kandemir. Altukhov tries to center it to Kandemir. Kandemir can't get a shot away, and Altukhov now has it behind the goal line, playing it to the point. Altukhov gets it back at the half wall, leaving it to Kandemir. Kandemir trying to center it. Hits Mihalik in front of him, or perhaps then Przybilla. And Trashinets are able to put the puck away from the defensive end. Now they intercept the pass in the neutral zone. It was Jan Kallis, played it up the right wing and skates to the bench to complete the line change. It's Davos, skate with the puck down the right wing. And it's Wojtek Shuluk who gets it under control. Shuluk tries to skate it out from the area behind his own goal, gives up the puck. Now Davos playing it to center it. Skates all the way to the hash marks, and Haim was taking the shot from there. That save is made by Schwancharat. Davos still in possession, taking a point shot, which whistles wide of the net. And it's Haim again who drops down low to play the puck deep in the offensive zone. They still battle for it at the in the corner as the whistle goes, and we're gonna have to see what's it about. It goes against Trashinets. And it's going to be Wojtek Shuluk who'll get the call. Shuluk doesn't really understand where that hooking incident took place, but he's going to serve the penalty, and for the first time in the game we're going to watch Davos on a power play as they take a quick shot from the point, and it was Rubanek who has the only goal for Davos at the tournament. The defenseman wearing 34 on his back. That goal came all the way back last Saturday, believe it or not. Denis Rubanek scored on Modo, and that remains the only goal that Davos scored at the tournament. It has been 7 periods without a single goal for the Swiss, even more than that if you count the shootout and overtime period of the game against Modo. All the way back in the first game of round robin. Trinec get the puck under control. They will skate it into the neutral zone. And now they battle for it in the offensive end and losing the battle. Now Davos gaining speed in the neutral zone, skating into the offensive zone now. Trying to set up their offense, but they give up the puck. And Trinec tried to shoot it into the neutral zone, unable to do that. Only now Jan Kallis gets it under control, losing it and getting it back as it curls away from his opponent back to center ice. Now he plays it back into his defensive zone to kill off as much of a power play time for Davos as possible. Davos tried to get into the zone down the right wing. Ritzman puts it into the offensive end. Now Gavronik plays it at the left wall, tries to bang it into the neutral zone. It doesn't go all the way through. Now Ritzman back in possession, putting the puck into the corner. Ritzman and Glarner battle for the puck for the Voss in the corner. And the Swiss are able to keep the puck in the offensive end as they try to get it to the point. And it was partially intercepted by Mihalik, but the Voss are back in possession. Ritzman playing it to the point. Shooting it from there was Baron Dunn, but it doesn't go in, and now Trinec will shoot it all the way down the ice, and there's only 15 seconds remaining on Davos's power play. This is the first power play opportunity we see for either side in this game, which is still tied at zeros. Smell intercepts the puck, takes the backhand shot, hits the side of the net and goes down hard into the boards, and we see one of the officials with his arm up, and that means that Davos will now have to kill off a penalty. Chmel is still down and slow to get up. Cross-checking is going to be the call as we're taking another look at it. Chmel had his head down the entire way. And as is the case, just as Davos were unable to convert on their man advantage, it's Denis Rubanek who gets a minor for cross-checking and goes to the penalty box. And now it will be Trinec who will try to make something happen and possibly open up the scoring on their man advantage. We're still looking for our first goal of the game here between Davos and Trinec. This is the 7th place game of the 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup held in Sochi, Russia. Later on tonight is going to be Modo representing Ortskolsvik, Sweden, going up against Team NHL of the United States of America. Trinec with the face-up in the offensive territory and set up their offense as Janacek moves it along the blue line. Janacek gets the puck back. Will he shoot it from the top of the circle? No, he goes cross-ice to Matej, and Matej whiffed on the shot, and they'll have to do it all over again as Matej goes for a risky cross-ice pass to Janacek and fails to complete it, and Davos almost had a 2-on-1 rush. So we're unable to take a shot on it. Other than that, a strong defensive play by Davos. Now Maxim Mastic, the 16-year-old, skating into the zone, taking the shot. It's partially blocked by Haim, and it doesn't make its way to the net, and Davos are able to clear the puck down the ice. Schwanchera goes into the corner to play it. It's not NHL or even KHL for that matter. There's no trapezoid behind the goal line, so he's free to do that. Davos gives the puck to Dan Przybilla, who plays it back to Kallis. Kallis to Przybilla. Przybilla has it at the point, circles around the offensive zone, fakes a shot, plays it to the right wing, to the half wall, cross-ice pass attempt, and it's intercepted, and Davos shoot it back to Schwanchera to play it behind his goal line, and Trinec will have to do it all over again with just under 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Gavronik backhand pass to Przybilla. Przybilla gaining speed in the neutral zone, skating into the corner, cross-ice pass attempt. It's partially intercepted, but Trinec are able to set camp in the offensive zone. Callas has to play it into the neutral zone for Mihalik, who had the game-winning goal against Team NAHL last night. That game took place less than 24 hours ago. But now it's Callas taking the shot on the power play and looking for the rebound, finding it, taking another shot, and it was stopped by Haller. And now Gavronik putting it to the slot for Flander, who couldn't get his stick on the rubber as Davos killed off the remainder of the penalty, trying to put the puck into the neutral zone. But Jan Callas has it in the offensive end for Trashinets, battling for it as Trashinets have it right next to the bench and taking a shot from the point. Gets stuck on its way to the net. But Trashinets still have it in the offensive territory. Marek Gavronik has it at the half wall, the left wing, playing it to Mihalik. Mihalik shooting it from the left face of circle, and Haller makes the stop, and he will hold on, causing the stoppage of play. Some mighty pressure by Otsalarji following their power play. And Florian Haller, the 17-year-old netminder, has to come up big for Davos to keep it a tie game. We're still looking for our first goal. If you're wondering about the name of the Czech team, Otsalarji Trashinets, Otsalarji means Steelers in Czech, as this 35 at the city with their 35,000 inhabitants, located not too far away from Poland, has a giant steel plant. That's the main attraction of the town. As we're taking a look at Vili Mantuma, head coach of Karpat Oulu. His team has a day off today. They will compete tomorrow in the afternoon against Team AJHL. That will be the semifinal game, the first semifinal game of the 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup. And it's later on tomorrow, Friday night, 7 o'clock. It's the second semifinal game as Loco will take on Red Bull of Salzburg. Gadel shooting it from the left face of circle. Haller has a piece of it, but unable to put it in his glove. And now DeVos put the puck up the left wing. They will race for it and almost winning the puck over. And they do win the puck over as Kantemir tried to relay the puck to his teammate. And Trashinets now put it into the neutral zone, where Gadel will try to get it back under control. Ivan Altukhov curling away from his opponent, playing it to the left wing. Both teams are unable to get the puck under control as it ends up in Otsalarji's defensive end, and we're here at the whistle. There's going to be another stoppage of play. Michelle Reason has been vocal this afternoon and very agitated. This is probably the most expressive we've seen him all tournament long. And it's understandable. His team has gone now for over 7 periods without a single goal at the tournament. Otsalarji put it into the neutral zone where Rubanik plays it, and now DeVos trying to play it up the left wing. Offside is called on the play as Ramik collided with Mizani. And we'll get another face-up in the neutral zone. Jakub Mihalik, 19-year-old defenseman, scored the game-winning goal last night against Team NAHL. He fired it from the high slot, and the puck went in and back out, staying in play. And game officials had to go back and review the episode about 2 minutes later after the play was finally stopped. DeVos will ice the puck and won't be able to change the line. And as for Trashinets, they can send some fresh men out there as they will get a face-up in the offensive territory, which could always lead to a scoring chance. especially if they win it, but they lose it. Davos are really good at face-offs at the tournament. Now they will skate the puck into the offensive territory, curling away from their opponent is Heinen. Heinen putting it to the left face-off circle. His opponent overskated, or his teammate overskated the puck. And now it's Filip Indras who tries to get it under control in the neutral zone. Two Davos players collided there, right next to the play. And now it's Captain Adamek who bangs it off the wall to Mihalik. Mihalik with a long stretch pass to Filip Indras. Filip Indras with the move in the offensive zone, cross-ice pass, and it's slightly intercepted by someone in yellow. And scoring chance goes to waste. We're not too far away from the halfway mark of the second period, and we're still looking for our first goal of the game. Plander has the puck in the offensive territory, moving the puck to Shulak now. Shulak with a cross-ice pass, and he almost connects with Dan Przybilla as the puck hops over the tape of his stick, and now Davos shoot it back into the neutral zone. With a nice move trying to get in was Ritzman, but his teammate was completing the line change. And he was already in the offensive end. He tried to get out of the way and even jumped to his bench, but that wasn't enough. And offside was called on the play. We'll get another neutral zone face-off right next to Ocelash's territory. Voss with another win at the face-off, shooting the puck into the offensive territory. Trinec will try to shoot it back out, but they've been suppressed by Davos, who are in the forecheck. Ritzman tries to shove his opponent off the puck. And now it's Hammerer who wins the puck over, putting it back into the corner. Vakula. And now Grieger has it, playing it to Vakula. Vakula through the middle of the ice, risky play, and it's intercepted by Davos in the neutral zone. They're forced to skate back to their own blue line, but now they have some open ice in front of them as they skate in over the blue line. It's Glarner, Lorenzo Glarner, battling with Dan Przybilla. Davos come out on top, but they will have to skate back all the way to their defensive end. Now they're going across the ice to the right wing with it. Altukhov can get to the puck in time, and now it's in the offensive zone for Trashin. It's Davos now playing it to Altukhov, who has a lot of white ice in front of him, curling away from his opponent, playing it back to the point, taking a shot from there. Was Rubanik, I think. As the battle for the puck at the boards now. Nothing came out of the scoring chance on the shot from the point. Trashin is putting it to center ice for Marek Gavronik, who takes the shot. It's stopped by Haller, still in play. Gavronik battles with three opponents at the right wing and almost winning the battle. Now Trashinets are in on the forecheck, forcing Davos to turn the puck over. Davos get it back under control and behind their goal line. Playing it up the right wing to the neutral zone. Trashinets compete for the puck. Gadel almost winning it in the offensive territory on the forecheck. They get it under control. Matej has it. He hit the post early in the first period. Now he puts it into the corner for Maxim Mastic around the rim to Gadel. Gadel centering pass attempt. It's blocked. Matej has the puck now. He circles away from his opponent, leaves it to his teammate who skates into the corner. That's Jakub Mihalik. Jakub Mihalik dangling past his opponent, making it look easy with all the skating ability. Wraparound attempt by Mihalik, but Haller stays alert. And now it's Adamek who will shoot it from the point. It's blocked by Davos defense. And they send it around the rim to the other end of the ice. Ocelash's keep it in the offensive territory. They have it at the right wing, at the half wall, skating to the point, taking a shot from there. It gets blocked again, and Davos, who have been locked in the defensive end for some time, they struggle to get it out, even to the neutral zone. Only now they bang it off the wall, and it goes down the ice. And icing is going to be called on Davos. So following this nightmarish shift for men in yellow, they won't be able to change the lines. I think maybe a couple of their players were able to get to their bench in time. Remember that Davos have the far bench in the second period, so these are tired men for the Swiss who are out there, and obviously Trashinets will try to use it to their advantage as they send out fresh troops, but Davos are able to cleanly win the face-off in the defensive end and shoot the puck back down the ice, and this time there will be no icing, so Davos are able to complete the line change. Long stretch pass to Konechny, who played it back to Pastor. And now Janacek shooting it from the point. It was deflected by Pat Plandor at the hash marks, and Florian Haller covers up the puck right on top of their blue paint. That could have ended badly for Davos. Trinec had a hard time hitting the net last night in the game against Team NHL. They were a match to the Americans in terms of speed and creating scoring chances, but Americans seem to put like perhaps 4 out of 5 shots on net, while Otsalarja really struggled in terms of accuracy. Still won the game 3-2. Once again, this is the cancellation round that we're going to be witnessing tonight in Sochi. First at the 7th place game between Davos and Otsalarja. We're halfway through it and still without a single goal. And later on tonight is going to be Team NHL against Modos. USA against Sweden that are going to be playing for the 5th place. And we're going to be here for that as well. Davos are struggling on the breakout once again as Otsalarja have their 3rd line out there battling for the puck. Plandor gets it under control, plays it to the point to Shulak. Shulak keeps it in the offensive end. Scoring chance developing possibly for Otsalarja on this play as Shulak has it at the point, going across the ice with it to Janacek. Janacek escapes deep into the offensive territory, loses the puck, and Davos will try to break out again as they put the puck on net from their defensive end, so there's no icing on the play, and Brodman plays it to the area behind the net to Rietzman. Rietzman loses the puck, and now it's Jan Kalos who will be pinned to the wall. Davos have possession in the offensive end. Shooting it from the high slot was Rietzman, and it goes wide of the net on the deflection. They pick up the puck. It's Heim wearing number 7. Davos still in the offensive end, going across the ice to the point with it and shooting it straight at Patrick Schwanschwerer. Was Barrington. And Davos will get a face-off in the offensive territory. Davos have been good at the face-off, like I already mentioned, at the tournament, but they actually lost in that component of the game to Otsalarja, 10-6. Davos have their first line out there was Altucha, Russo, and Kandemir. And going up against them are Ramik, Tsmel, and Konechny. Or rather, it's Przybilla with Konechny who's out there. So we see that Irje Jurek is shuffling his lines a little bit, trying to get it going on the scoreboard. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remains to be played in the second period. Still no score in this 7th place game between Otsalarja Trinec and Davos. Trinec finished 6th at the 2018 tournament, and Davos finished 7th as they beat Kunlun Red Star Heiludzen 5-2 in the 7th place game. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty on the play. We're going to have to see who he goes against. And I think it goes against Trinec. High sticking is the call. Jan Kalos skates to the box, and Davos will get their second power play opportunity of the game, as we're still looking for the first goal of the game. Pretty clear high stick right at center ice, and officials were right there to spot it. Davos will try to win their second consecutive face-off in the offensive end, and they do. It's Lutz who has the puck as he plays it to the point. Barrington is waiting for the puck, now gets it on top of the right circle. He has it at the point. Barrington plays it to the corner. Cross-ice pass, and they have it in the high slot now. Playing it to the left wing. Just unable to establish contact there, but Davos is still able to keep the puck in the offensive territory for a few short seconds, and now Otsalarje on a counter-attack is getting to the hash marks and taking the shot. Was Konechny, but it didn't get it on net, and now Davos will commence another offensive rush with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining on the power play. They get it into the zone, but Trinec is able to put it back into the neutral third of the ice. Janacek battles for the puck in the corner, winning it for Przybilla. Przybilla will chip it into the neutral zone, almost getting the puck to Gavronik. And had it been a perfect pass, we would see Gavronik in on a breakaway. Instead, it's now Przybilla who has speed, and he shoots the puck from on top of the right circle off a nice move through a bit of a screen, but Haller tracked the puck well and was able to make a save on the short side. Then Przybilla scored the game-winning goal last year in the game between the two teams. Przybilla is a very speedy skater, and that's exactly what he put on display in the round-robin game at the 2018 tournament, which was also held in Sochi. And scored the goal in overtime. In 2017, Trinec won the game 6-5 in the shootout, and last year it was 3-2 in overtime. And right now we're late in the second period and still looking for our first goal in the 7th place game. Davos still have a power play, but it's Otsalarje who will take the face-off in the offensive end. Following that stop by Haller on Przybilla. Davos come up big on the face-off and will be able to start another rush as they play the puck up the left wing to Glarner. Lorenzo Glarner puts it into the corner. Switches places with his teammates. Now it's Glarner who is in the corner behind the goal line, but Davos go to the point with it. Taking a shot from there through a maze of players, and they're looking for the rebound, and what a save is made by Schwanchura. A couple of them in a row, and it still goes in. Davos finally opened up the scoring in this one and break the curse. For the first time in 8 periods at the tournament, Davos are finally able to find the back of the net, following 2 huge stops by Patrick Schwanchura in goal for Trinec. Let's take another look at it. Point shot, and here comes one of the big saves for Schwanchura, and then he almost stops it again on the follow-up chance. Davos are able to put the puck into the net, and it's Ritzman who gets the tally. 1-0 Davos here late in the second period in Sochi. Fabian Ritzman scored his first goal of the tournament. '17-year-old Davos forward who has already represented his nation at a couple of international tournaments and also captained Davos under-17 program. Ritzman competed for Switzerland at the latest Hlinka Gretzky Cup, which was held earlier this month in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. 3.5 minutes remains to be played in the game now. Davos with possession of the offensive end, shooting the puck from the hash marks was Dennis Rubanik, but this time Patrick Schwanchura Slides to the side of the net and makes a nice stop. Rubonic hit him right in the crest with this one-timer. Could have easily been a 2-0 game had Rubonic scored his second of the tournament. Patrick Schwanchera, the 17-year-old, has looked good in the past 24 hours for Trinec, who find themselves down a goal. And now they in over the blue line. Marek Gavranovic taking the shot, and Davos are able to get the stick on the puck, and the shot goes wide of the net. Now Kalos will try to retrieve the puck on the forecheck. Davos are unable to put the puck in the neutral zone in the breakup. Gavranovic receives the cross-ice pass but can't get a shot away, but still has the puck. Gavranovic in the corner battling for it. And Davos are able to put the puck in the neutral zone for Wojtek Szuluk to pick it up and put it into the offensive territory. I think the puck was offside, but as linesman was right in the heat of the battle, didn't see it, but it still went out of play.
The power play goal.
Second later.
Scored by number 31. Fabian Ritzmann, assisted by number 25.
Fabian Ritzmann gets the goal, while John Marco Hammerer and Oliver Heinen draw the assists on the play.
Team Ocelacci is now playing at full strength.
Blander will be taking the draw for Ocelacci, and he's going to win it in the neutral zone. There's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds remains to be played in the period now. Konechny keeps the puck in the offensive end, and he's bumped into hard right after he made the pass. But he seems to be all right as he stays on the ice, and he's now in the offensive territory on the forecheck for Ocelacci. Davos put it to center ice. A couple of one-touch passes, and they're in the offensive zone now. Brodman tries to play up the puck to Jubini. And now it's Heim who battles for it in the corner with two Ocelacci defensemen. Heim loses the battle, and Ocelacci put it to the neutral zone. Give up possession, and Davos skate down the left wing with it. Giving up possession as well. Less than 2 minutes now remains to be played in the period. It's a 1-0 hockey game between Davos and Trinec following the recent goal by Fabian Ritzmann. Vakola and Grieger are battling for the puck for Ocelacci, but it's Davos who come out on top, and now they have it behind the net. Centering pass, and what a save is made by Schwanchera, who made himself look big. One-timer, and a pass save is made by Schwanchera. Ritzmann has the puck now. The goal scorer skates behind the net looking for a centering pass. Tries to shoot it on the short side and hits a body in front. Picks it up in the corner. Fabian Ritzmann playing it to Heim. They still have it in the corner. It looks like a power play opportunity for Davos, but it's actually even strength right now as Ocelacci have some tired men out there defending the goal. Shooting it from the point was Holstein, and Davos still have the puck in the offensive territory. They have been there for over a minute now. They pass it to the far post and taking a shot from there, unable to convert on it. And now Grieger tries to retrieve the puck for his tired teammates, who are still locked in the defensive territory as Davos pass the puck around, and they have the closed bench, so they're able to get some fresh troops out there. Ocelacci have been out there for at least 2 minutes, and they looked as tired as it sounds. Now Rubonic trying to take a shot, and he loses control of the puck, and Davos will skate to the neutral zone with it. Now Altukhov up against 3 tired men, giving up possession, and the horn finally goes. Davos with some strong possession play late in the period. They had the puck under control in the offensive territory for over 2 minutes, almost improving their lead to 2-0. But as it currently stands, Fabian Ritzmann has the only goal of the game between Davos and Ocelacci Trinec. This is the consolation round of the 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup, and following 40 minutes of play in the game for the 7th place, it's Davos who are up 1-0 and looking good. We still have one more period of regulation to play, and possibly even more, because remember, this is the 3rd consecutive meeting at the tournament for these two teams, and One of the games went to the shootout, the other was ended in overtime. So who knows, perhaps we have more than 20 minutes of hockey ahead of us. We're going to take a break for the second intermission, and we'll be back here in 17 minutes, as I hope you will be as well.
Категории не старше 11 лет. Апрель 2020 года. Сочи. Дворец спорта «Большой» и ледовый дворец «Айсберг».
Холдинг РЖД – ключевой участник рынка грузовых и пассажирских перевозок в России с почти двухвековой историей. Мы перевозим более миллиарда тонн грузов и миллиарда пассажиров каждый год. Инвестируем сотни миллиардов рублей в развитие инфраструктуры и защиту окружающей среды. Мы развиваем современные технологии, улучшаем сервис и повышаем скорость. В Европе и Азии нам доверяют международные проекты развития инфраструктуры и логистики, управления активами и подготовки кадров. Мы делаем мир доступнее.
Если б не было тебя, то кто бы вдохновил меня? Я вот так и не стал танцевать, просто спать им на диван. Если б не было тебя, я себя не победил. Я боялся дышать без ура. Если б не было тебя.
Что начинается с тебя, Мегафон? Кубок «Газпром» нефти. Международный детский хоккейный турнир возрастной категории не старше 11 лет. Апрель 2020 года. Сочи. Дворец спорта «Большой» и ледовый дворец «Айсберг».
Что же, в перерыве матча наш вновь ждет небольшой конкурс на льду, небольшое соревнование. На этот раз в нем участвуют две очаровательные девушки. Давайте их поприветствуем. Это Лена и Галя. И именно они будут выяснять, кто из них лучше и, главное, дальше бросает шайбы. У каждой из них будет ровно 3 попытки. И та шайба, которая долетит на максимальное расстояние к дальнему борту, окажется выигрышной. Девушки уже на позиции. Почти все готово. Вот-вот мы выясним, кто из них одержит победу в этом нелегком соревновании, потому что обе они впервые выходят на лед, впервые держат в руках клюшку. Ну и поскольку Лена уже готова, тогда мы и начнем с Лены. Итак, 3, 2, 1. Как можно дальше? Отличный бросок. Шайба летит. Тебе помогли. Итак, у нас есть первый результат. Отлично. Теперь очередь Гали. Давай, Галя, действуй. 3, 2, 1, поехали. Тоже неплохой бросок. На этот раз шайба не покинет пределы арены. Практически равные результаты, практически одинаковые. Продолжаем. Вторая попытка Лены. Поехали. Холостой выстрел еще разок. Давай. Снова весьма неплохо. Где же остановится шайба? Вот она остановилась почти в центре. Бросок Гали. Галя, действуй. Все в твоих руках. Так. И практически в тот же самый район, где и до этого оказывается шайба. По одной попытке у вас. Все в ваших руках. Нужно проявить себя на максимум. Итак, поехали. Я говорю, поехали. Так. Вот, кажется, неплохая попытка. Шайба катится. И это пока лучший результат на сегодня. Галя, все в твоих руках. От твоего броска зависит, кто одержит победу. Соберись и бросай. И так. Шайба останавливается, а это значит, что победу одерживает Лена. Давайте ей поаплодируем. У нас есть победительница. Отдельные аплодисменты заслуживает Галя за то, что она не побоялась, она вышла на лед и составила конкуренцию. Спасибо, девчонки, это было очень круто. Спасибо.
Кубок «Газпромнефти». Международный детский хоккейный турнир возрастной категории не старше 11 лет. Апрель 2020 года. Сочи. Дворец спорта «Большой» и Ледовый дворец «Айсберг».
Холдинг РЖД – ключевой участник рынка грузовых и пассажирских перевозок в России с почти двухвековой историей. Мы перевозим более миллиарда тонн грузов и миллиарда пассажиров каждый год. Инвестируем сотни.
Well, back from the second intermission, we're very happy to have you back with us. This is Sochi, Russia, but we're not here for the pebbly beaches. We're here for some hockey. This is 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup, and this is the consolation round. First game of the day is between Davos and U20-Trinec, who dispute the 7th place at the tournament. And it's Davos who have a 1-goal lead following 40 minutes of play. Fabian Ritzman converted on a power play. And Davos actually looked much better than they did in the first period, especially towards the end of the second period. And they outshot the opposition 12-5 in the second period. And now they lead on their shot clock 17-16. They also have been slightly better at the face of dot, but that's largely due to the success in the third period. They won 12 faceoffs out of 18. Scored a goal for the first time in 8 periods, because last time Davos scored a goal was all the way back in round robin in the first game against Moldova, and it was Denis Rubanik who found the back of the net in the third period. Now it's Fabian Ritzman who puts Davos up 1-0, and if U20-Trinec won't be able to find an answer in the following 20 minutes, Davos will finally enjoy their first win at the tournament and clinch the 7th spot. Their exact same spot they finished last season. This is the 3rd consecutive year that we see Davos play against Trinec, and in 2017 it was the quarterfinal game, and Trinec won at 6-5 in the shootout in one of the most exciting games of the tournament. A year ago, it was a 3-2 decision for Trinec in overtime. And right now, it's Davos who have a 1-0 lead. Last year, they failed to protect it in the third period and lost the game 3-2 in overtime. Let's see if they can accomplish that this year as Gavronik goes down, but no call is going to be made on the play. Scoring chance developing for U20 as they tried to take a shot from the slot, but it was blocked. And as one of U20 players loses his stick, I think it's Marek Gavronik, who might have also been hit by a hot stick in the face. U20 will get a power play following this shift. It's going to be a high sticking call against Chadanow. And U20 get a great chance to get back in the game and set up at 1. Shulak fires it from the point, and Haller makes a bad save. Quick start on this power play for the Czechs. And Davos are able to clear the puck down the ice. Schwanchera plays it behind his net, leaves it to his defense, who will pick it up and start the rush up the left wing. Almost giving up possession on this breakout, but now U20 are in the offensive zone. Maxim Mastic playing it down low. Gadel was looking for his teammate with a centering pass, couldn't find him, and now Davos cleared the puck down the ice again. Schwanchera plays it, stops it for his defense, and U20 will commence another rush. Now it's Dan Przybilla who has it. Dan Przybilla, one of the fastest skaters at the tournament, has it now. Wearing number 40, skates to the center ice, plays the puck up the left wing to Plander. Plander goes down, but keeps the puck in the offensive territory. Cross ice pass to Jan Kalos, who can get a handle on the puck, and will have to play it to the half wall from the corner now. As Trinec battle for it and losing the battle, and this is a 3-on-1 rush development for Davos as they skate into the slot, taking the shot, and Schwanchera makes a great save to keep it a one-goal game. Now it goes the other way. 2-on-1 for the Czechs. Centering pass, and they score! Jan Kalos ties it up on a power play, and it's 1-1. Davos had a 3-on-1 rush at the other end of the ice and failed to convert on it. And as they overcommitted to the offense, Otsalarji were able to skate in scores over the blue line with possession. And Pleider slided the puck straight to Kalos, who made no mistake, elevated the puck just in case. Haller still couldn't make it in time to the other post. And the puck is in the net. Jan Kalos has the goal for the Czechs, and we have a 1-1 tie.
С передачи Шимона Геннадьевича номер 21 и Иржи Пландера номер 41.
Matei battles for the puck on the forecheck, and one of their officials goes down. As a result, the Davos now put it to center ice, losing possession and regaining it in the offensive territory. Ritzman is looking for a puck on the forecheck, can't find it, and Otsalari now skating to the zone down the right wing. Matei is hit hard and pinned to the wall, trying to get it out to open ice for his teammates. But it's Ritzman who comes out on top and puts it to the neutral zone, gives it to his teammate. They give up possession, and Czechs will skate the other way now with a 3-on-1 rush development for the Czechs as Mihalik puts it to the slot, and Gato fails to negotiate contact, and now it's Ritzman, who's been out there for a long time. He's pinned to the right wall and go for the line change now as Davos give up possession again. Trinec shielding the puck and skating it into the neutral zone was Plander. Now they have it in the corner in the offensive zone. They play it to Shulak, who will shoot it from the point and hits the body in front of Russo, who plays it off the wall to his defenseman. His defenseman can't get the stick on the puck, and point shot is taken by Trinec. Easy job for Haller, and he will hold on. Trinec has the latest goal of the game. Jiří Jureček's team, who's being helped out by his assistant Marek Malik. And we're tied again. As I've already mentioned, in the previous 2 years, the teams had to go the extra mile to find out who the winner is. 2 years ago in Sverdlovsk region, Trinec won 6-5 in the shootout, and a year ago in Sochi, it was a 3-2 decision for the Czechs. It's a 1-1 tie now as we're 4 minutes into the third period. Trinec on the breakout, give up possession as Davos put it back into the offensive territory, and they will play it in the corner now. Trinec get it back under control, giving it to Gavronik. Gavronik back to his defenseman, who has a lot of open ice in front of him, playing it to the left wing to Kalos, the goal scorer. Kalos puts it into the offensive territory for Vakala, the defenseman. Vakala goes down, and a whistle brings the play to halt. And Kalos is down in some obvious pain as he glides to the bench with the help of one of the linesmen. Let's see what happened. And it looks like Kalos crashed into the open door of Davos bench as Davos were changing on the fly, and Kalos was flying down the left wing, and as the gate was open, Kalos ran into a corner of the boards, and that doesn't tickle. Could be a very serious injury on such a play, but looks like Kalos has had it easy and possibly will miss just a couple of shifts and go back in action. Kalos is on the bench, taking it easy for some time, recovering from this collision with the bench, or rather the boards. Either way, it's Davos who put the puck in the corner in the offensive end and go on the forecheck. They retrieve the puck at the blue line, and now one of their players blows his tire, and it's Trinec who skated through the neutral zone. In the offensive end now is none of the players on both teams. He's able to get the puck under control, and now Davos will break out from the defensive end, skate down the left wing, and give up possession as Mihalik plays it up the right wing, unable to get it to Gadel. Gadel still battles for the puck, and it's Maxim Mastic, the 16-year-old, who gives it to Adamek, the captain, who tried to deliver the puck to Mihalik, unable to do that, but he picks it up and makes up for his own mistake. Davos get the puck under control and put it back into the offensive territory, where Shulak battles for it with Glarner. Pass to the slot, and they almost took a shot from there, Davos. There's not Konechny. Will try to put it into the neutral zone. He will lose the battle, but it's one of his defensemen who picks up the puck in the corner and will start the rush down the right wing as it passes it to Pastor, who puts it into the offensive zone. We just passed the 5-minute mark of the period. It's a 1-1 tie here in Sochi between Trinec and Davos, as Konechny will be taking the shot from the hash marks, and it gets blocked. But Trinec remain in possession, shooting it from the point. Now it was blocked, and it lands in the corner as they pass it back to the high slot and taking a shot from there, which gets blocked again by Davos. And now it's Ivan Altuchev who has the puck, wearing number 5 for Davos. Gives up possession in the neutral zone. Gavronik has it. Gavronik, the return pass was going back to him, but couldn't negotiate contact, and now it's Davos in over the blue line. Altuchev, drop pass is made. They shoot it from on top of the right circle and miss in the net. And now it's going to be Kandemir battling for it. Pass it to the point, taking a shot from there. It goes way wide. Kalos back on the ice for the first time after that collision with the corner of the bench. Davos lose the puck in the neutral zone. Pribula plays it to his right to Gavronik. Gavronik looking for it in the corner. Kandemir now has it at the half wall and playing it up to his teammate as they go cross ice with it for Lutz, but Lutz couldn't get it under control, and now it's Trinec. Adamek skating deep into the offensive territory as Asalarja changing on the fly, and the puck goes out of play. 12 minutes and 47 seconds remains to be played in regulation. We're tied 1-1 and possibly have overtime ahead of us. 60 minutes were not enough in 2018 and 2017 in the games between the two teams, so possibly they will go the extra mile for the third consecutive year. Taking another look at Ritzman's power play goal late in the second period that gave Davos the 1-0 lead. Once again, it barely went into the net, much like their first goal in the game against Modo on Saturday afternoon. And as Davos overcommitted to offense, killing a penalty, Jan Kalas taps it home at the far post and makes Davos play. For not getting back on D on time. Trinec win the faceoff in the offensive end. It's Gadel who battles for the puck behind Davos's goal. Davos come out on top and play it to Mizani. Mizani up the left wing for Lutz. Lutz races for the puck, but Adamek is able to get it under control. He turns the puck over. Davos have it on top of the left circle. Give it up to Mihalik. Mihalik plays it to Gadel at the left wing. Davos still battle for the puck on the forecheck and they win it over. Taking a point shot, which goes straight to Adamek. Adamek up the left wing. Now they have it cross ice. Cross ice pass to Matej. Matej dropping it at the point. It's going to be picked up by Maxim Mastic, the 16-year-old who had a goal last night in the game against Team NAHL. Trinec getting speed. Janacek skates to the net, takes a shot from the slot, and it's stopped by Haller on a great attempt by defenseman Janacek. He gained speed in the neutral zone and skated all the way to the slot with it. Uncontested by Davos players. Matei battles for the puck with Gadel behind the goal line in Davos' territory. Gadel gets it to Janacek, who turns it over. It was potentially a 2-on-1 rush developing for Davos. As we hear the whistle when when Ocelagi had the puck under control and one of Ocelagi players is down. I think it's Janacek, as he collided with Luti on this play, trying to keep the puck in the offensive territory, and I think he might have been. I think Janacek was hit by a hip of Luti. Now Janacek is being helped to the bench by Grigor, another defenseman on Trinec. And hopefully this young man is going to be all right. Doesn't go to the dressing room. He remains on the bench and probably just need a couple of minutes to get back to his senses and go back out there. As we're still tied 1-1 in the 7th place game at the 2019 Sirius Junior Club World Cup. Haller plays the puck around the rim, trying to get it to Richmond, the goal scorer. Blander intercepting it and centering it for Konechny, but couldn't negotiate contact. And now Ritzman gives the puck to his teammate, getting it back at center ice. Ritzman tries to play it to Hammerer, who has an assist in this game. Now Ritzman goes down and Hammerer picks up the puck, tries to center it for Glarner. He's unable to do that on time, and Trinec are able to put the puck into the neutral zone. Glarner playing it to his defenseman and skating to the bench now. Now Barrington circling around his own net, getting speed in his defensive zone, skating through center ice and putting it into the corner. And it looks like there's going to be icing called on the play as the puck hits the end boards in Ocelagi's defensive end. Later on tonight, we got another game. It's going to be between Team NHL and Modo. Sweden against America will be disputing the 5th place at the tournament. Probably something that neither of the teams expected coming into the tournament, and obviously American side got really close to making it to the semi-final round, but they allowed 3 unanswered goals from Trinec last night. They got 2 back and almost tied the game up, and that tie would have given them a pass to the semi-final round, but since they lost the game 3-2, they lost on goal differential to Red Bull, and it was Red Bull who went to the semi-final round. An interesting scenario developed in Pool B in round robin this year in Sochi, as 3 teams were tied in points, and goal differential had to come and play to tell them apart. Jan Kallis now has the puck in the offensive territory, circling the net and trying to get it to the slot for Zibala, unable to do that. And Kanterman dumps the puck into the offensive territory with 20 seconds past the halfway mark of the period. And just 9 minutes and 34 seconds away from overtime now, as we hear the whistle, because the net went off its moorings and they're going to have to put it back in place. Yannick Canova, captain for Davos, had a good scoring chance in the first period as he skated to the slot with possession and had the puck at his backhand, tried to put it on net from the slot, but missed it wide. Yannick Canova, 18-year-old forward, still looking for his first point at the tournament in 2 years. Represented his nation at the under-18 IIHF World Championship last year, or rather this year, earlier in the spring. The tournament took place in April. And Unique Canova was one of the alternate captains for under-18 team Switzerland at the tournament, scoring 3 goals and 6 points in 7 games. Not a bad result for Canova, but he is pointless as of right now in the game and the tournament. Davos came up big one more time at the dot. In the defensive zone, they try to create something offensively, as Ryan Brodman was the sole striker for them. But he was shoved up the puck, and we get another stoppage of play as Pastor goes down, but I think icing is going to be called on the play against Trinec. And Davos, who have been outplaying Trinec at face-offs in the second and third period, get another win at the dot. And Denis Rubanek was trying to take a point shot, but it was blocked. And now he will go D2D with it in his defensive end. Davos now put the puck into the offensive territory, but the ref says it wasn't touched up on its way there. So it's going to go now the other way, and icing is called against Davos. Let's see if Otsilagi can win this one. No, it's a third consecutive win at the dot for Davos, but they're struggling on the breakout, putting the puck down the ice. This time, no icing is going to be called on the play, and Davos are able to bring fresh troops onto the ice as Otsilagi commands another offensive rush, playing the puck to center ice to Jan Kalas. Now Dan Przybilla down the left wing. He goes past it to Garonek. Backhand pass to Przybilla. It doesn't go through, and Davos will try to break out once again down the left wing. They give up possession. And now it's Jan Kalas, the goal scorer, who shoots it with his backhand from the hash marks, and Haller makes a stop with his pad. Now Shulak has it on top of the right circle, taking the shot, trying to beat Haller on the short side, but he makes a nice save and causes the stoppage of play. Trinec with a couple of scoring chances on this shift, but Florian Haller makes 2 consecutive saves. The one on Jan Kalas was especially good. I think he just got his toe on that shot, but that was enough to deflect it to the side of the zone. Just 2 goals for Davos at this tournament. One by Denis Rubanek on Saturday afternoon against Malta, and another one by Fabian Ritzman late in the second period in this 7th place game. Definitely not something Davos expected coming into the tournament, but they have struggled mightily in the offensive end of the ice. As for Trinec, they have scored 8 goals at the tournament. 3 last night against Team NHL, 3 more against Carpet in the second round robin game. 1 against Red Bull, and 1 just a few minutes back. Davos passing it around the defensive end, going up the right wing and giving up possession, but now it's Adamek who plays it to Gadel. Gadel picks it up behind the net, and another whistle on the play. Something happened behind the play, and it appears that Lutzi is on the ice. And I think it's Chinova who was having a bit of a heated conversation with Jakub Michalek. See Chinova being sent to the bench. Davos captain, who made his debut in professional hockey last year. in the second-tier league in Switzerland, NLB. He played one game for Ticino Rockets there. Didn't score a point, but in the under-20 Swiss League, Chinova scored 10 goals and 22 points in 43 games in the regular season. Jakub Adamek. Is in the penalty box, or rather Jakub Mihalik. And it's because of that hit that the whole incident between him and Chinova took place. Luti still appears to be in pain as he's on the bench. A couple of upsetting minors, so we're going to watch some 4-on-4 hockey now. And that's probably going to open up the game a little bit. Let's see who can use it to their advantage. Davos with possession in the offensive territory. With just over 7 minutes remaining to be played in regulation. This is still a 1-1 hockey game. As Davos shooting it hard from the left face of circle. That was Kandemir firing it on net, and Patrick Schwanchera smothers it. And we'll get a face-off right next to his goal in a few seconds. This is probably the best game Davos have had at the tournament, and yet they still struggle offensively. Haven't been able to score just one goal on a power play. Came late in the second period. Fabian Ritzman found the back of the net. Lost win the face-off in the offensive territory, but it's Atsalarja now who have it in the neutral zone as they dump the puck in. That was Adamek, team captain. Now Gavronek on the forecheck, tried to force a turnover. Davos beginning their offensive rush, playing it to the neutral zone and give up possession. It will be Vakula who plays it to Adamek. Adamek to Przybyle. Przybyle should be watch out for because he can gain speed. Then Przybyle with the speed and a dangle skating into the zone, taking the shot, and I think it went off the mask of Haller. Dan Przybyle with a great scoring chance that he created all by himself. Now Davos in the offensive territory. There's still 40 seconds remaining on this 4-on-4. Davos looking for a pass to the point. They are able to do that and taking a point shot. It doesn't make its way to the net as Russo tried to deflect the puck in. Instead, he sent it around the rim. And a long slap pass, or rather chip-in, was attempted by Vakula. And he causes icing for his team. And we're taking another look at Przybyle's chance. Nice toe drag to get past his defenseman and take a shot from the slot, but Haller stopped him on the short side, and it's still a tie game. Gardner wins the face-up in the offensive territory, but his defenseman wasn't there to cover up the point, and we get a stoppage of play. Mizani is out there for Davos. And he loses the draw. Shin is able to put it down the ice and go for the line change. But I don't think all of them were able to get to the bench in time, as another icing is called against Atsalarja.
The time of the game is taken by the control stopwatch.
Michel Reason has been shuffling his lines like no other coach at the tournament. Seems that every game we're looking at a different Davos team, but Davos achieved the same result, game in and game out.
Correct.
Remember, this is the first time in 3 games that Davos were finally able to find the back of the net. They were shut out by Loco and Team AJHL in round robin. Now Kantermir tried to gain the zone, unable to do that. Now Gavronik in over the blue line, curling away from his defenseman. Now with open eyes, skate into the high slot, taking the shot from there, hits Haller, rebound, and somehow the puck stays out. I think Haller made another stop, or perhaps Strashinas hit the side of the net. Wasn't quite clear what happened in dynamics. But now it's largely passing it to Wojtek Shulak, who has it at the point. Taking a shot from there, it's blocked. They take a shot from another point, missing the net. Shulak retrieves the puck at the point and losing it to the opposition. Davos will change on the fly as they dump the puck in. Otsalarje gaining speed. Skating through the neutral zone is one of their players. Now they give up the puck. Davos try to establish control of it in the offensive zone. It's Gubini. And it's going to be picked up by Janacek. Janacek playing it to Shulak. Shulak around the boards. And now Maxim Mastic trying to outrace his opponent. And Otsalarje go offside on the play. There's 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining to be played in regulation here in Sochi. The 7th place game between Otsalarje and Davos, Czech Republic against Switzerland. And we're tied 1-1. Gavronik was a really good scoring chance as Haller makes a stop on the rebound with his pad. But even a better save with his glove hand on the redirect on that Gavronik shot from the high slot. Adamek keeps the puck in the neutral zone. Offside is going to be called on the play if Davos play the puck. Now they're good, and Ritzman is in over the blue line. Adamek playing to Mihalik. Mihalik further on to Gavronik, who gives the puck to Przybilla. Przybilla tries to gain speed and unable to, as Davos put the puck back into the neutral zone. Przybilla, the long four-checker for Otsalarje. Now Jan Kalos joins him in there, but he can't get it under control. Now Janacek playing it to the right wing, and the Czechs are able to put the puck in the neutral zone, then dump it down the ice. Go for the line change. We're approaching the 17-minute mark of the period. Still a tie game between Davos and Otsalarje, as Mizani plays it to his left, and they can take a shot from there. It's deflected and goes into the corners. Konechny picks it up and skates it into the neutral zone. The Czechs gain the zone and play the puck to the right wing and go to compete for it there. Konechny almost wins it on the forecheck, but Davos are able to break out and they go cross ice with it. Playing it to Heim. Heim passing it to the hash marks. Inaccurate. And it's going to be Mihalik who will drag it into their offensive zone and give up possession. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remains now to be played in regulation. Barandun has it behind his net. Gavronik lurking in the water, but not overcommitting to the play. And now he goes after Barandun. Barandun makes the play to Lorenzo Glarner. Glarner led us with the puck in the corner. We're within the final 2 minutes of regulation as Jan Kalos has the puck, gets through center ice, still has it on his handle, puts it into the corner. And now there's going to be a penalty called against Davos really late in the game. Holding is going to be the call, and this is the golden opportunity for Otsalarje to put it in a bag and conclude the action in regulation. Otherwise, we're going to go to overtime. Dennis Rubanik gets the gate for the hold on Jan Kalos. And Otsalarje get a late power play chance as they call timeout.
30 seconds timeout for Team Otsalarje.
It's not exactly a do or die situation for Otsalarje, but definitely a chance to score the game-winning goal and not let this game slide into overtime. Jerzy Jurek said what he wanted to his troops. And now Michał Reason does the same. Less than 2 minutes remains to be played in regulation. Trinec get a power play opportunity, and it's going to be quite a test for Florian Haller. Because remember that Otto did convert on their latest opportunity early in the period. Davos with a huge win at the dot. But Plunder retrieves the puck behind the net, passing it to the point. They go D to D with it. Michalek and Przybilla makes himself available on the right face of circle, but they need to deliver the puck to him as they work their way around perimeter. Set him to the slot, and Florian Haller smothers it in the blue paint. Strong play by the 17-year-old netminder as he keeps Jan Kalisz at bay. Kalisz did take the shot away finally, but Haller was in the way and able to make the stop. Otto with a clean win on the face-off. Minute 20 seconds remains to be played in the period. Michalek attempts a point shot. It gets blocked by Glarner. And now they shoot it from the left face of circle. It goes wide of the net. Then Przybilla has it at the point, playing it to Michalek. To the left wing it goes now. To the area behind the net, looking for a center pass. It's not there, so they don't force the play. Now Michalek will shoot it from the high slot. It gets deflected a few times. Lands somewhere in the slot, and now they battle for it, playing it to Lorenzo Glarner, who turns and shoots it into the neutral zone. And there's now just 47 seconds remaining on the clock. 13 seconds differential between power play time and regulation time. Dan Przybilla again in speed and the neutral zone, skating to the net, circle of the net, center of the net. It doesn't find Planter with the pass. Now Planter center and pass, it gets blocked. And Otto are unable to keep the puck in the offensive end, and they will have to skate into the defensive zone to pick it up. And there's still 20 seconds on the clock as they pass it to Maxim Mastic. Mastic at the right wing with 15 seconds on the clock. Mastic behind the net now, playing it to the half wall at the left side. Now Michalek has it in the high slot. Now Janacek across the ice. 5 seconds on the clock as they shoot it from their left face of circle and almost deflected it in, but the horn goes off. And as we have it after 60 minutes of play, it's a 1-1 tie between Otto Trinec and Davos, and the game will go to overtime. This is the second overtime period that we're going to watch at the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to the regulations,
and again, it's going to have Davos in it. The only other overtime period was played at the tournament this past Saturday, as Modo defeated Davos only in the shootout 2-1.
10 minutes overtime with a sudden death.
William Wallander scored the shootout winner in that game. There's going to be a short 3-minute pause between regulation and overtime period. Nobody's going to go to the dressing room. We all stay right here. The ice is not going to be resurfaced. Taking a look at Jan Kalish's goal, which came early in the third period on a power play. And Otto will still have about 13 seconds remaining on their power play. This time it's going to be a 4-on-3, if I'm not mistaken, because it goes to overtime, and at the tournament it's a 4-on-4 system that applies to elimination games. I'm not sure if it's an elimination game, being this a 7th place game, and Michał Reason laughs uproariously at the bench. Not so sure what that's about, but it's nice to see him in a happy mood for once. So just like a year ago, Otto and Davos go to overtime. Last year it was Otto who came out on top with a 3-2 decision. Vetter opened up the scoring in that game early in the first period, and Kaukic tied it up 4 minutes later. And then after a scoreless second period of play, it was Spinell, Italian forward, who put Davos up 2-1 just a minute and 4 seconds into the period. As we get a look at Daria Mironova, our Russian correspondent working at the tournament. As I was saying, Spinell a year ago gave Davos a 2-1 lead over Otsalarji, but it was Jan Kalas who found the back of the net and scored the equalizer, just like it happened today. Then Przybilla picked up assist on that marker, and then it was Dan Przybilla who rushed into the zone on a solo mission and scored the game-winning goal 2 minutes and 49 seconds into overtime. And 3-2 was the final score of that game. We're currently tied 1-1. Dennis Rubanik will begin the period in the penalty box. But there's only about 13 seconds, I believe, remaining on that power play opportunity for Otsalarji, who came close to scoring the game-winning goal late in regulation, but hit the side of the net on the redirect on the point shot. Came up empty instead, so we're gonna have to play some extra hockey in this game. We're all good to go. It's Chanova against Kalas, and Kalas comes out on top. It's a 4-on-3 right now situation. Kalas waiting for the puck at the far end of the ice. He gets it. Now power play is over for Trashinets. Davos get their fourth man back out on the ice as Rubanik steps back. Trashinets shooting it from on top of the left circle and missing the net. Davos will play it to the neutral zone. It's a 10-minute overtime, as you can see. And Patrick Schwanchera covers up the puck in the blue paint. Yannick Chanova was looking for his first goal of the tournament. Next goal wins it. That's our current predicament. So 4-on-4 hockey for 10 minutes until somebody scores, and if we won't be able to find the game-winning goal in the extra period, we will go to the shootout. Gabranek and Plandor are the forwards for Trashinets. Shulik is one of the defensemen. And as for Davos, looks like they have Russo and Kandemir out there. As we're waiting for the clock to be fixed, Davos appealed to the ref that they want those couple seconds put back in play, and that's why we're waiting. Remarkably, it was Davos who outshot Trashinets in the game that took place last year. It was they led 37-23 on the shot clock. And after 60 minutes of play in this one, it's Otsalarji who had the lead on the shot clock, as they took 25 shots on goal and Davos took only 22. As for the faceoffs, Davos won 28 and Trashinets won 27, but most of them in the first period. In the following 40 minutes of play, Davos have been really good at winning faceoffs, as they have been good all tournament.
С начала овертайма прошло 36 секунд. The timing of the game, overtime.
We're 36 seconds into overtime. That's what PA announcer says to the fans.
36 seconds.
We already see Moto and Team NHL getting ready for the next game, which is gonna take place here at Chaiba Arena in just over an hour and a half. It's gonna be Modo representing Sweden, disputing the 5th place with Team NHL, who came to the tournament representing the United States of America. Gotta be a frustrating time for them. Team NHL should have gotten a day off today, but because they lost to Trinec last night, they weren't able to make it to the semifinal round, and instead will compete for the 5th place at the tournament against a really good Moto team. Good, but maybe a bit unlucky, as they definitely had their moments in round robin, but Moto beat Davos only in the shootout, losing a point, and then they lost a really close game to Team AJHL 5-4 as Alex Young scored a hat-trick, including the game-winning goal. And then Moto went up against the defending champions Loko Yaroslavl, and well, these games are always tough, and Moto lost 5-1. Mikael Sundell, head coach of Moto, complained that unlike the teams that made it to the semifinal round, his team is going to play 1 game less, because teams who made it to the medal round will finish the tournament with 5 games apiece, while those who play in consolation round will only have 4 games. And Mikael Sundell says he hopes that next year there will be more games played at Junior Club World Cup. I, for one, certainly wouldn't mind that. It's great to get some major junior event in the summer with so much media attention and some really good teams appearing here in Sochi. Could become a very good tradition if the tournament stays for good in Sochi. Has been here for 2 years, and I think it's been successful 2 years. We're finally back in action as Trinec win the face-off in the round end, put the puck down the ice, and icing is going to be called against Trinec, and we'll go all the way back now. It's a 4-on-4 format.
44 seconds from the beginning of the overtime.
In overtime.
44 секунды.
We're 44 seconds into overtime, SPA announcer just said. Davos has the puck in the defensive zone, skating it into the neutral zone, down the right wing. Now they're in, and they have it in the corner. Picking it up there is Russo. Russo losing the battle, but now Cantemir joins him in there, plays it back to Russo. Russo with a cross-ice pass attempt to his defense, but it doesn't go through. And Davos played around the rim now. Now Janacek has it, playing it to Plander. Plander to Gavronik, inaccurate. And Davos will skate through the neutral zone with it. It's Gardner. Gardner still with possession. Turning away in the corner, playing it back to the point. Gardner gets the puck back, playing it across the ice to his D-man. Calls for the puck to be delivered back to him, but Chadanow decides to skate it into the corner and gives up possession. Konechny plays it to Shulak. Shulak across the ice to Adamek. Adamek skates to the area behind his own goal, waiting for his teammates to complete the line change. And now Maxim Mastic gaining speed at the right wing. And it's Misani who pokes the puck away from him. Now Mastic battles for it in the corner. Konechny joins him in there. Konechny wins the puck for Trinec, playing it to Mihalik. Mihalik to Adamek, who shoots it from on top of the left circle and gets blocked. Adamek picks up the puck, and now he battles for it behind the corner. Centering it, but Axel failed to take a shot away. Davos now in over the blue line. Passing it to the slot, but there's no one there, so Schwantra plays the puck to his defenseman, and now it's Przybilla, who scored the overtime winner last year. Gaining speed in the neutral zone. Now Kalas has the puck. Kalas at the right wing, curling away from his opponent. Playing it to Mihalik. He tried to, but Mihalik already overskated the puck, and now it's Przybilla looking to retrieve possession for Otsalarze on the forecheck. With 3 minutes into overtime so far, no scoring in here either. And it's still a 1-1 tie between Otsalarze and Davos as Otsalarze gained the zone. No offside as on the play. It's Jan Kalas who has the puck. Turns away and passes it to Przybilla. Przybilla eyes Janacek across the ice. Connects with Janacek. Janacek has it at the point. Gives it to Przybilla. Przybilla backhand pass back to Janacek, who fires it from the high slot. And Haller makes a glove save. And he will hold on with 6 minutes and 36 seconds remaining on the clock. It's still a tie game between Otsalarze and Davos in the 7th place game at the 2019 Junior Club World Cup in Sochi. And if that continues, we will have the shootout. Gavronik will be taking the draw for Otsalarze, and he wins it, but not cleanly. Has no speed as he battles for the puck. He still has it at his handle, losing it only now and winning it back at the right wing. Gavronik shielding it behind the net, looking for a passing lane. Still has it as he plays to Mihalik, but the puck was already in the neutral zone. Now Mihalik gaining speed in the neutral zone, skating down the left wing and losing possession. As Luti is on the ice as he collided with the boards hard. He went back first into it. And Luti, who already had some trouble with his health early in this game. That's not a nice collision with the boards, but Luti appears to be all right. A little banged up, but good to go on the next shift, I think. He's getting some attention from team doctors, obviously. Trainer Isabel, who speaks Russian. One of 2 members of this Davos delegation who speak Russian, the other being Ivan Altukhov, who wears number 5. Misani tries to get the puck under control in the neutral zone, unable to do that, and now it's Otsalarze. Matei skating to the slot with the puck on his handle, shooting it. Missing the net as it was stopped by Haller. Now it's Large. Battle for it at the left wing. Matei is there. Joined by Gadel, and they win the puck over. Janacek shooting it from the point, and Haller will hold on. Watching 4-on-4 hockey in this overtime period in the 7th place game between Davos and Otsalarze. And so far, neither of the teams is able to establish control on the game. Scoring chance occur at both ends of the ice, but they're not very dangerous. But maybe the situation is going to change. Now Davos getting in the zone and passing it to Kanzimir. Kanzimir puts it deeper into the offensive territory, but Captain Adamek plays it to Mihalik. Adamek gets the puck back. He's contested by Kanzimir, who wins the puck over, forces the turnover by Adamek, puts it around the corner. Now Kalas picks it up at the boards, backhand pass attempt. Przybilla will pick up the pass. And he breaks into the zone, trying to out-dangle 3 opponents, goes down, appeals to the referee for a tripping call, but it's not made on the play. And now it's Davos with the centering pass, taking the shot from the right face of circle. It doesn't work for them, and now it's Otsalarze. 3-on-2 developing for them. Gavronik with a cross-ice pass, it doesn't go through. Gavronik tried to bank it in on the short side, and pass save was made by Haller. Teams have really picked up the pace on this shift as Davos dumped the puck in, missing the net. Lorenzo Glarner is out there trying to get it back under control for Davos as the puck Slides through the neutral zone to Davos's territory. There's 4 minutes and 10 seconds remains to be played in overtime. As Shulak retrieves the puck in the neutral zone, trying to put on a net off the right wing. It gets blocked. Davos with no speed have the puck under control in the defensive end. And it's going to be Heinen who will hold on to the puck and give it to his teammate who has speed and curls away. Davos still on the breakout, trying to skate through the neutral zone. They give it to Mizani. Mizani gains the zone. Pass it to his right. Now Mizani back in control as he has it in the corner. Battles with Maxim Mastic. Mastic goes down, but retrieves the puck for his teammate. Plays it up to Mate. Mate, 2-on-1 development for Otelaje. Mate shoots it. Stick save is made by Haller. And now Davos are back in control as Kantemir has it behind his goal while his teammates are completing the line change. Plays it to the blue line to Kantemir. Kantemir shoot it back into the offensive territory. Davos have it at the point. They give up possession, and it's going to be Otelaje who will skate it into the offensive zone. Konechny to Mihalik. Mihalik looking for a centering pass to Gadel. Gadel shoots and he scores! And that's the game-winning goal! Gadel makes it 2-1 for Trinec. And this one is in the books. Jakub Mihalik makes a centering pass. And it's number 27 in red who finishes it off from the doorstep. Nico Gadel, the 17-year-old forward, plants himself in the slot, connects with Mihalik, and stuffs it into the net for the win. And there you have it. Otelaje Trinec will finish 7th at the tournament, and Davos will finish dead last at the 2019 Junior Club World Cup. Having scored just 2 goals and picking up just 1 point in the process. 2-1 Otelaje final, and that will do it for us for now. We'll be back at 7 o'clock with the 5th place game between Moto and Team NHL. My name is Andreas Sachenko. I'll be here back in the booth in an hour and 30 minutes, and I hope to see you back as well. Thank you so much for being here with us, and I'll see you at 7 o'clock for the 5th o'clock game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score after the overtime is Otelaje Trinec Czech Republic 2, Hockey Club Davos Switzerland 1. Дамы и господа, в честь команды победительницы звучит государственный гимн Чешской Республики. Ladies and gentlemen, дамы и господа, напоминаю вам, что следующий матч нашего турнира состоится...